Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. Today is, I don't even know what today is. It's February something or other. I think it's the 19th. I'm not really sure what day it is, but you know what? We're here. It's the 19th. Yes, it is the 19th. So good morning to everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning so far. We've got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about today. I'm just pulling up my thing because I just closed it out trying to get the date for y'all because that's just how life goes with me on most days. Can't have it right all at once, right? So let me get to our live. There we are. Perfect. We have some low light today because it's rather bright in the shop, and having the lights, it makes me look a little bit yellow. So believe it or not, I have no lights on in the shop today. We're going to be talking about appreciation gifts, whether it's teacher appreciation, staff appreciation, nurses week, EMS week. This is the time of year where those weeks start to happen. And we're going to be talking about the different things. Now, we're not actually going to be pressing something today. I will be showing you a DIY project where I'll be giving you guys the free template over in the Sassy Subber group over on Facebook. You'll be able to get this little DIY project. We'll talk about it more. Plus, I will be showing you something I'll be working on tomorrow on a mini live. So make sure you stay tuned to the end for that. But let's get back into those appreciation gifts. And good morning to everyone. I hope you guys are having a fabulous morning. Good morning to everybody those on YouTube. Good morning to everybody those on Facebook. And say good morning to Jody, who is behind the helm, a little groggy this morning. It's really early morning over there on the West Coast. Here at the East Coast, it's about 10 o'clock. Over there, it's about 7. So she'll be with us for a short while. So make sure you guys all say good morning to Jody real quick. Good morning to all those in the comment section. All right, so let's just have at it. Appreciation gifts can run the gamut on price. We can make them as simple and easy and inexpensive for our people, especially if they have to buy a lot. Maybe your kiddo has a lot of teachers or specialists or whatever, and you want to get them all something. Maybe you have your staff appreciation. You want to offer those type of gifts. Really, it's up to you what you decide to have in your budget. But I will say this. Hold on, itchy eye. I will say this. You want to have a price range. You want to have some that are budget friendly, maybe some that are middle of the road, and maybe some that are on the high end when it comes to the appreciation gifts. You also want to have bundle sets. There is nothing that a person loves than a good bundle because it makes us, the consumer, feel like we're getting more bang for our buck, right? So that's why bundle sets are actually a pretty big deal. Well, yes, onesies, twosies, just the single item are great. When you add a price tag of like $8 to something that you look at and go, is that really worth $8? But you pair it with something, then the value, that perceived value goes up because we've paired it with something. So we want to pair things more often than not. Again, it's playing a mind game with your consumers in the sense of they're getting so much more for that little bit of dollar amount. And right now, everybody is pinching pennies. Trust me, I feel it. All the vendors are feeling it. So don't worry. You are not alone when it comes to people really aren't spending right now. It's the beginning of the year. The first quarter of the year is sometimes hard for most business owners coming right out of Christmas. So just hold tight. Let's see if we can't get you some generated sales. We're moving into Easter, which is our official first real big holiday. I know we just had Valentine's Day. St. Patrick's Day is coming. Mardi Gras is happening. Again, Easter is actually, for a retail point of view, the next biggest holiday. So keep that in mind. They've already started putting out for Easter. So we're going to be working on that. All right. Let's flip over the camera and let's talk about this stuff that's sitting in front of me. We're going to talk about just, again, some things that you can pair together. Get your notebook out right now. Take some notes. I was sitting down with Miss Beverly and we were talking about all the things that you could use in an appreciation gift. And it will literally give you some budget-friendly ideas. Use what you have in your wheelhouse, okay? I'm not saying you have to go out and buy these items. I'm saying use what you have. Look what you have and take stock, okay? So if you have these are the tissue holders. I'm going to show you a combo idea. Tissue holders, you can get The tissue holders, I believe you can get from Condi. This is the air vent. Love mine. Mine still smells beautiful. And I put mine in months ago, well before Christmas, and I can still smell it. So that was great. So these are the air vent from RREM Distributors. Any of these neoprene style items, these come from Driven by Graphics. Get yourself some chapstick to put in there. This little wonderful thing, maybe not this particular color because I've gotten this in the past, but Ashley Dodd from Apparicium sells these. These are a great thing to add to cosmetic bags. Maybe you want to take one of her charms, add the charm to it. So now you can make it personalized if you want. You can go get these over at her shop. Again, you can take this and you can add it to this and you add this. That's a great gift idea, especially, let me tell you why. So you have these cos bags. This is great for a teenage girl. You could put her stuff in there. Let me explain the stuff part. Girls drive, right? At the tender age of 16 in most states. This is a great thing to put in there to have some feminine products hidden away. You could put chapsticks. You could put a mini deodorant. You could put in tissues. You could put in all the things that she could keep in her car, right? This is a great travel item for her to have in her car. It's her emergency kit, if you will, right? Can you do this? Yep, take this all the way. Can you make this masculine for a guy? Of course you can. Put a key fob on it. But really, what do guys need? Not much. They need some deodorant. Massive amounts of deodorant for boys. Have one. I know. So you can make this also a kit thing, if you will, for their car. But really for girls, this is a great car kit idea. This is a great Easter gift. This is a great gift idea that you could do for travel people, for your staff. Maybe your staff travels a lot. Maybe you want to make them a cos bag and you want to put in chapstick holder, hand sanitizer, tissues, all personalized for them. A great appreciation gift. Add all the goodies from Apparicium to this cosmetic bag that you can get at most major vendors. And this is a great appreciation gift, and you stock it full of some goodies. Your clients are going to love it because, again, it's great for travel, great for an emergency car kit for a girl, Easter, birthday, whatever. Hey, even mom could use it, right? So we have that. You could add in some lens cloths. There's a wide variety. You just have to go check them out. This is the thicker terry cloth one. This is the thinner one. Most major vendors carry either one or both. You can add that. Maybe you want to do a tote. Maybe you want to do a tote bag and you want to do a cos bag. You really just want to find out what their budget is and then build a bundle around their budget. All right. So these are just some of the ideas for this part of it. Now let's just move things over. Clear the space. Let's talk about these guys right here. So while you're seeing the top view of this particular mug, Condi sells one without the handle. It kind of looks like a mug, right? I'm going to see if I can turn this without flipping around. This is an appreciation mug that I made for my daughter, who I've refused to give it back to her. And you like my beaded spider there. Okay, I turned it into a plant holder. This is fake greenery succulents. And I put it into a really cool plant holder instead of it just being an ordinary mug. It's a nice thing to have sitting on their desk. But maybe you want to use these from Condi without the handle. Again, make a little potted plant. They're beautiful to have this time of year. And then this way they can also have this. It really is just up to you what you want to use it for. Love this thing. I have not pressed it yet because I really don't know what I want to put on it just yet. So this is why she's naked. Don't worry, I'll clothe it soon. So you can do that kind of an item. Maybe let's get to the list that that Beverly and I had come up with. Okay, so we had tote bags, cos bags with goodies inside it. Maybe you want to do a desk set, the desk set. You could do the coasters, neoprene coasters, and the I just drew a blank. Did you just watch that derail? The mouse pads. Oh my good gravy. All right, so you could do the coasters, the mouse pads. You can add the pens, my pen wraps, add a pen to that set. And I'm going to show you a cute little DIY using my pen wraps and Post-it notes. You could do tumblers and mugs. You can make them into something or pair them with something, right? So maybe you want the straw charms from RREM and you want to add that to a tumbler. Go get your tumbler and your straw charms, all from RREM distributors. Maybe you want to have a coffee mug. Inside the coffee mug, you could throw in some coffee or a thing of tea and a piece of biscotti, already wrapped biscotti. Make it into a bundle set, wrap it up with some cellophane, tie it with a pretty bow, and call it a day. Maybe you want to do the hats with patches. You know that the patches, the faux leather patches from Apparicium, you can definitely go over there, grab those patches, and maybe offer hats for boys for Easter or for teachers, maybe second grade rocks, that kind of thing. Now that I've mentioned it, you can bet every designer on the planet's about to go do all that. So there's that you can offer. Mason jars with a movie reel. So you know the mason jars that you can get from RREM distributors? These guys right here, the ones that light up. Love these. You could put a movie reel on it with the different pictures of life. And then this will light up. And then you can offer this as an appreciation gift or whatever, really. Let's see. Another great advertising thing, the coin toss games. They're small enough. They're great for offices. Think about it. You could offer that as an office gift idea. It could have the business logo on it. And then that's something they can actually play with at their desk. I know we're supposed to be productive in our day, right? But the thing is every now and then we need some downtime. So why not have a mini coin toss game at your desk? Great appreciation gift. It's a great advertising gift. Maybe you want to use the benches. So the coin toss comes from Blanktastic. Maybe you want to use the benches to put your business cards on and put your business logo. Those come from RREM distributors. Again, look at what you already have in your wheelhouse. We bought the coin toss games, advertising, desk games, whatever you want to do. You could do the desk sets with games on them or personalization. Again, all these things, lots of ideas and juices flowing when it comes to what you can do for all the things. So honestly, look at what you have, see how you compare it, see who you can advertise it to, whether it's EMS, it's fire, maybe it's Nurses Week, Teacher Appreciation Week, Administrative Assistants Week, Secretaries Week, so many other weeks, lots of them. Find out what you could do that can kind of personalize it towards that particular theme week. All you have to do is go into the Google search, right? Type in themed appreciation weeks or type in appreciation weeks and find out when they happen, and then you can market it over to your clients. Throw some ideas in Canva and bam, you're done. How awesome is that? So again, we don't have to go to the expense of buying all these extras. See what you already have in your wheelhouse. It's a great time to use up all of those items so that honestly, you can make way for new product, because new product typically comes out. While we all have product that comes out, don't get me wrong, most of the new product ends up coming out towards July. So this is a great way to destash our items to our clients without actually knowing that we're destashing them, right? We're trying to just get it out of our house, trying to get it out of our shops and do all the things that we can with it. So just look what you have. All right. I want to show you a project that literally was a conversation in a Zoom on Friday night. And what it was a hold please. I don't know. Okay. I just want to make sure. I know okay. I just want to make sure. Jody was messaging me because she can't really talk. So I want to make sure she could still hear me. So I apologize for the slowdown. Okay. Here you go. Take a look at it. You look at it. We're going to talk. I'm going to go get a pen wrap because I want to talk to you guys about the pen wraps real quick. With those, give me 1 second to grab a pen wrap. There are some things that you need to know. All right. So you're looking at it going, Nikki, what in the heck is that? It's a no sub project. And all it requires is a pair of scissors, some cardstock that you could print through your regular printer, and either Velcro, or you can use those rivet things that go down into, like you can put a hole here and a hole here. Believe it or not, Walmart, Michaels, and Staples did not sell these rivets. I think the the envelopes that have the butterfly at the back end. I can't remember what they are, but it's like a post and it opens up. I cannot remember what those rivets are, and you'll probably all know in the comment section. But anyway, this is just with Velcro, a Post-it note holder. Sometimes we want to be able to offer something that doesn't cost a ton of money, because in reality, you look at it and go, okay, they're going to be able to reuse this. Are there sublimation Post-it note holders? Yes. Yes, there are. Could you use MDF? Yes. Yes, you can. But the reality is, it's going to get thrown in a drawer. You're not going to see a teacher go, oh, I need to put a new Post-it note on there. No, they're just going to grab it. They're going to go, okay, here we go. Oh, I just threw my pen. Okay, here we go. Sorry, just threw my pen right across the room. Oh, that was fun. So you don't want to necessarily have to have things that cost a ton of money, because we all know they're just literally going to go like this. They're not going to constantly find it and put it in here and do what needs to happen. No, they're not. They're going to go, oh, there's a Post-it note. Let me grab it out of my desk, okay? This is just something cutesy, nothing that's crazy. I sat and found 2 different templates, literally combined them together to get this idea, because I wanted it to be the easiest thing you ever made, okay, when it comes to a paper product. So this is with 110 weight cardstock. You can use 65-pound weight. You put it through your printer. Cardstock works better for printers that go feed through the back versus through the front and come up through. All right, so this is all this is just a Post-it note holder that you can put those beautiful pens that I created for you guys, and there you go. A great appreciation gift. Well, let's show the school how we made them. So, yes, Kim, believe it or not, I thought of you, and I was going to ask you about those little rivet things, because I know it's a stamping thing, and Michael's didn't have them. They don't have those little tiny rivets. It has like a brass top button on it, and it has, well, it looks like a butterfly. So it has a tail, and they split and you flatten them out. I instantly thought of you. I'm like, Kim would know what those things are, what they're called, or where I could find them. All right, could not find them. Okay, so here are the 2 templates. First of all, this is the template you will receive. Okay, I painstakingly went through and fixed all of this. I combined 2 of them. What are they called? Eyelets? Thank you. I knew you would know the answer. So here's what it is. This is the back side of this template. So I'm going to pull this all apart. Okay, this is already glued here, but this is what you're going to need to use to fold your stuff. Kim's going to love this because she gets to pull out all her Stampin' Out stuff. Okay, or Stampin' Up stuff. Okay, so this one has the flap. Most of them you see either have the flap and just have this, and you can, have a closure on it, or some of them just have this. I took the 2 and married them together. So this is the back. These lines represent where you're going to score it. Score it in the sense of you're not actually cutting the paper, you're just marking the paper. Let me get my thing. I got this from Fiskar because they don't have a lot of scrapbooking projects or products anymore at Michael's. So that was kind of hard. This thing right here is the score. I'm going to show you how to do it. And this thing right here is the thing that kind of just pushes it down, makes it nice and flat. Okay. So that's what these lines represent, where you're going to put your score mark. These dotted lines are where you're going to use to cut your, and you can really put it anywhere. I just put it in the middle for the sake of an argument. But this is where you're going to put your cut marks with your X-Acto knife. Now, this up here is your template. You will get these in 2 pieces. This is your template. Now, you're looking at this going, Nikki, if this is the flap, and this is where technically the front goes. Why? Because this is the back side. So when you take this and you sandwich them together, you're going to see this will end up over here. All right, because we're gonna score everything from the back. So now let's get to the template part of it that I've made. So here's one that I made for Sarah. All right, so first things first, let me get out my handy dandy teacher cutter, because why not? Now everybody has their own little teacher cutter thing. And I have mine. And with the amount of stickers that I cut, I'm getting really good at cutting these absolutely straight. I just have to tell you. Because I cut thousands of stickers in a week. So you have to know how to use this guillotine cutter very quickly without just having to eyeball it. Okay. Now, move all this out of the way. Here's your template. When I tell you you're going to flip it, this is how you're flipping it. So now it's away from you. You're going to line it up, grab a ruler. Okay. Line this up. Now, what you can do is line this up like this too. If you want to make sure that it's all where it needs to be. We're going to take this, this ruler that doesn't want to do what it needs to do right now. Score it. Line it up, make sure it's... Now, everybody has their own technique. Don't critique mine because this is not my forte. But I sat painstakingly sitting here for about 2 hours recreating this template so that it would do what I wanted it to do. Okay. Sorry for the silence. Dead silence isn't deadly in the entertainment world. Okay. So now I have, and it's hard to see because there is no light in the camera angle right now, but there are different pieces here that you can, it's to allow it for the folding part of it. So I am just going to, I fold mine backwards so I can see what the hell I'm doing, to be honest with you. I just create that because it's harder for me to see when I'm going to fold it. It gives me a spot to kink it, and then I fold it back over. How you guys do it, completely up to you. I don't care. This is not one of those projects that you need to fight it over. And there is, yes, there's technique. I darn well know there is technique to all of this. Not something that I am really good at. So now I have that edge. Now I want to come over to this edge. This is where you want to pay attention to your lines because we're going to be creating a pocket. Okay. Fold it back over so I can create that nice crisp edge. Fold it again. Keep folding it on your score marks. I'm probably making everyone cringe right now. Sorry, cringe-worthy. Okay. While I'm here, I'm going to fold that other piece too. And I know there's tools for it, but Michael's had crap for scrapbooking. I almost feel like sometimes scrapbooking is becoming a dying art. That's sad to say because scrapbooking was such a huge thing only just a few years ago. Okay, so now that I've created everything that I need, all right, this piece right here, this front flap, this one right here will end up being glued down flat to this. But before you can do that, we have to put in our cut marks. So what you can do, find your center, put your ruler wherever you decide to put your ruler. Okay. And then you go literally from this to this. Go within the side of the folds and just cut right through the paper. I'll make sure I cut all the way through here. Okay. So now I've cut through the paper. I need a better blade. Make sure you have a sharp blade. Note to self, sharpen blade. Okay. So now that you have this, you're going to take this section and push it outward. Okay. That's it. Just push it outward. And you're going to take this and go just like this with it. So now you see what you did? You created that little thing. And then you're going to want to get some super glue. You can use hot glue. I just used a dot of super glue because, again, This isn't fancy. Don't need to be fancy. Nothing about this needs to be fancy. Once you get doing them, super easy and nothing crazy. So on this bigger section, because these sections are 2 different sizes, little bit, done. Close it and hold it down. Let that seal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Now you have that and you have this and there's the flap. Okay. So, and you're done. Literally, you're done. So you're going to go get that beautiful Post-it note. You can add your Velcro. You can add Velcro. You can add the eyelets where you put, you get yourself, see, I had every intent in doing the eyelets where you can just wrap the string around it. But again, couldn't find the eyelets. So you could get a stamp, a die cut stamp and put 2 circles so you can wrap the string around it. You could put a bow. I don't care really what you do. You're going to want to take your Post-it and you're going to want to glue it to the back side of this. And then whatever you use for your Velcro or to seal it, make sure you put on here. So now, remember when I was telling you about this? This now makes more sense in the visual because remember, we flipped it over, we scored from the back. The reason I did this right here is to let you know that's the design space because you have a flap. Can you design on the flap? Sure, you can. Will I? No. Because if you put the eyelets, you're going to lose that. But if you want to put some sort of wording on it, you really don't have much in the way of residential space. So that's why I let you know this is about where you want to put your image or your wording and whatnot. If you can see, I did the full template, but my wording was only in this one little spot. And I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. This is the part that the flap covers, which is here. So while yes, you know exactly where the flap is going to cover, and while yes, you can put some wording in there, it's tricky just in case if your fold isn't 100% on par. You know, it is what it is. So now you're going to want to pair it with the pen. I was asked if I could make, I have blessed teacher ones. If I could make, this is part of the teacher line, make some designs to give out for free for the teacher one, for the appreciation one. Absolutely, I can. It was requested by 4 teachers, but that is something simple and easy, nothing crazy. It's a Post-it note with some cardstock and a pen wrap. Very, very easy. A quick thing on the reminder of these pen wraps. Let's talk about this really quick. I've talked about it already in a few videos. The pen wraps, all right now that I just cut this out singly. The pen wraps are made of calendar vinyl. Cast vinyl is more pliable vinyl. All right, so the cast vinyl works, it'll stick and roll and do what it needs to do. Calendar vinyl is a little bit more stiff, okay? So let's talk about these real quick. I leave everything, I just take this part off. All right. Peel your vinyl off. Line it up. Now, I like to line this black part up with it. And I do not put the seam on this thing right here on the writing. I don't even sand that off. Could you? Sure. Okay. You literally just lay it down and roll it. Okay. So you seal that edge down. And what you can do is if your platen is on your heat press, okay, what you can do is go in and warm up this vinyl. You could let it sit on your bottom platen. It's going to make it so it's a little bit more pliable, okay? So you get this first edge down. You could grab a hairdryer. If your heat press is not on, okay? So let's warm up this vinyl a little bit. We're just going to warm it up. You're not going to do anything to it except just warm it up a little bit. Get it. Whoops. Heat this whole thing. Just warming it up. Okay. Once you've warmed it up, this guy lays perfectly flat. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Then it will lay down and do what it needs to do. And you literally just That's why I said if your heat press is already on, go like this with your heat press and just roll it on the bottom platen. Don't put it on the top, you'll melt it. But you could go just like this and roll it. That's it. Or hair dryer. This is a heat gun. And then what I'll do is I'll find that seam and I'll go right down my seam. Nothing crazy. Let's not make this crazy. This does not need to be crazy. And what it does is it seals it right down flat. That's it. Really, it's not that hard. It's just, again, the calendar vinyl is a little bit stiffer. If I go with cast vinyl, these will be a little bit more expensive because cast vinyl is definitely pricier when it comes to the type of vinyl. So you know what? They're pens. I didn't feel like I needed to be charging an arm and a leg for a pen wrap. They are laminated, so you won't have to worry about any of it coming off. All right, you just put this down inside. I like to line this part of my pen up onto the seam. Hold on. There you go. And there you go. And now she's done. It was really that simple. It's nothing crazy that you have to worry about. Again, just use your heat gun. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Have your platen on, just roll it on that bottom platen just like this, and it'll warm up that vinyl. Again, you're just warming it up, giving it a little love. Could you set them on there while you're working? If you're going to be doing a ton of them, set your wraps on your bottom platen while it's warm. Even at 200 degrees, you can turn your heat press on, 200 degrees, press so the heat heats up your bottom platen and then leave it open, okay? And then that bottom piece only, you can roll them all at the same time if you wanted to, but you're just sealing the edge and making it more pliable, and then it's done and you are ready. And now you have the cutest little pen to match with these wraps that go in Post-it notes. Really simple and easy project. I will be offering this template to you guys for free. It will be for free for you guys to add to your collection of DIY free projects. I've added the bunny ear bags last week. This week is this project. I want you guys to be able to have some minor things that you could just kind of throw into a basket, do for an appreciation gift. Nothing that's going to break the bank for anybody. It's cute. It's kitschy. And you know what? Everybody loves a good DIY project. So here you go. This will be the template that you will get. Again, these lines are where you're going to score it. These dotted lines are where you're going to cut it. I'll add some more details and conversation to this particular template. This, you will definitely have to, this is your template for printing. So fill it all in, lay it on top. It is 9 by 325. I did go bigger, and I will show you. I wanted this edge on both sides of it. It just makes it look neat. It gives it a kind of tucked away look without it being all the way up to the edge. If I made it so it was definitely fit, depending on the color of the Post-it note, might not match whatever it is that you have. So by having it tucked away, you don't see the color of the Post-it note, and it doesn't clash with whatever you happen to be working on. So that's why my template is 3.5 by 20, 3.5 by quarter, by 9. Fill it all in, and then do your details. So this will be available only in the group. You cannot find it anywhere else. It is a combination of templates that I have found free on the interwebs. And then I had to sit there and create my own, add my own bends and folds to figure out where I wanted them, how I wanted this project. No elastic necessary. You can, again, get some vinyl, or not vinyl, Velcro dots, and you're done. That's it. That was your DIY project here. Nothing crazy, but add this to your appreciation gifts and so much more. I'm going to recap right quick for you because this is probably the shortest Sass in history. And then I'm going to show you what's on tap for tomorrow's mini Sass. So we talked about appreciation gifts. We talked about everything that you have in your wheelhouse and how if you bundle them together, you can create a cute and functioning appreciation gift, right? So you have your desk sets, coasters, mouse pads, add a pen wrap to it. You could add clipboards. You see how you could build a package here if you want to. Find out what your client's budget is and build them a bundle around their budget. Say, hey, I only have X number of dollars to spend per person. What can you build for me? See what you have in your wheelhouse and then use what you have. Maybe you wanted to take those cosmetic bags and make a travel bag for a car for a teenage girl. I made one of these for my daughter, and in there was some feminine products. I put in a deodorant. I even put in some hard candies in here because they work real well inside the car. I put in tissues and hand sanitizer. I put in chapstick in here. Band-Aids were even in here. Tweezers were in here. Like, it was a really cool kit for her to keep in her car so that she could have it just in case she needed something for whatever reason. And this became her emergency kit for her car. I think every teenage girl and grown woman should have one of these in their car. Call it the menopausal kit. I don't care what you call it. You could call it, whatever. I don't care. Put whatever you want in it. You can make these for a boy too. In the boy, you're going to want the deodorant. You're going to want the Band-Aids. You're going to want the things that are for boys. You could still put hard candies in there. Maybe you want to put in some Advil or Tylenol in there for your child as well. Now, mind you, if you're going to add medications, please make sure that you do it as a suggested list of what they could add to this as the parent. So you could say, here's our initial car kit, emergency car kit, but you can also add and give them a list of things that they could also add to this little car kit, and then it gets you off the hook. So you don't want to be adding anything medication wise, but for me, I added a bottle of Tylenol for my child so that she would have it if she ended up with a migraine or period cramps, whatever it may be. I put that in there as her parent. But again, as a great added suggestions of what you could add to this for things they might not have thought about, go ahead and add that to it as a suggested list with that cosmetic bag. I have to give that disclaimer, and that also holds true for feminine products because every girl uses something different, okay? So you have that. You can add a key ring, key fob to this. I showed you the key fob from Ashley Dodd's Apparicium. This, plus you can add a MDF personalization to it. You can make it, and you can add car air fresheners. Make it for the boys for a car set. So you could do the car coasters, air fresh kit, because if you have ever been in a teenage boy's car, or a girl after track practice, it's ripe. It's definitely ripe. So you could add some air freshener, deodorant. You could add whatever you want to it. Remember, you want think fresh for their cars because it's a mind in there. You could add all of that to those particular kits, especially if it's appreciation or it's an Easter gift. This is going to run twofold. Tote bags are a great appreciation gift. Like I said, cosmetic bag with goodies. Maybe it's the desk set. We also maybe want to do a tumbler and a mug. The tumbler you might want to pair with a tumbler charm. Our REM Distributors has those. Mugs, you can get mugs anywhere. Mugs, and more mugs. But it doesn't have to be a coffee mug or a tea mug or whatever, although you can make them into that. But maybe you want to add a plant. These are fake succulents. It is what it is. But I love looking at it because it just, I don't know. Even fake plants just kind of do something for a space. And this is a really cute idea. For a teacher, it doesn't have to necessarily be a mug. Or you can get the handleless looking mugs, although it's really like for pens and whatnot, but it reminds me of a mug. And you could put a plant in this if you wanted to, right? Those you can get from Condi. You could do hats with patches. The hats with patches, you could get the patches from Apparicium. Again, appreciation gifts, Easter gifts. We're doing twofold. The mason jar with movie reel, or the mason jar that lights up. That's a great appreciation gift. And you can have company logos on it. Speaking of company logos, you might take those coin toss games from Blanktastic and make sure that those are desk games, right? Because they're just cool. Bar games, whatever it may be. Then you could take the benches from REM Distributors. You can put your company logo on it, and then they can put their business cards right on the seat. Again, so many different options, right? For what you can do for appreciation gifts. Go into your shop today. Today's our down day, I know. But go into your shop. Look at all the goodies, all the wonders, all your treasures, all your trove in your treasure trove, and see what you have. Think Ariel. Look at the stuff. Isn't it neat? What can I make this collection to be complete? Right? think of that. Now that you got that song in your head, you're welcome. I'm here for you all day. So now that you have all of that, you could do all of those wonderful things for your clients. Build it out. Build a bundle. Remember, you want to literally confuse your client as to what they're doing. They're going to see a $28 prize pack kind of thing, right? But all the goodies that are jam-packed into it, you can do as well. So look at that. Add some low dollar items, some high-end items to make a bundle. Maybe you want to make a small bundle that's only $10. Figure out how you can do it. What could you add? So you could do a mug and a pen wrap, and this guy right here, they look like they're getting money, right? They're getting lots of stuff for what they want. Again, more bees with honey. So think of it that way when you're trying to bundle your sets. What could you add on for your client to think they're getting more bang for their buck? And that's why I've been doing these free DIY projects, because it's going to bring them into your shop. It's going to draw them in because you're the kind of people they want to shop with. You want them to fall in love with you because you are budget friendly. You are budget conscious in a time that we have to be. So again, these are just things that you could just pull from and draw from. You really want to play that mind game right now while you de-stash your shops as to figuring out for all the new stuff that will be coming in. All right. These are great for Easter, appreciation gifts, whatever. We've got Easter and Mother's Day, two of the biggest holidays in the first half of the year. Remember, Mother's Day is the second largest holiday to Christmas. Father's Day is ranked 21st. There you go. The more you know. So, whatever you have to do, this is where we're headed for. All right. We talked about the DIY project that you guys are going to get free. The DIY project, because you guys all love a good free item. And that's this guy right here. You just make this little card holder for your Post-it notes that you can match with my pen wraps and so much more. It's a great gift idea for all those involved. So there you go. That was it. Nothing fancy or crazy, but I do want to show you what's on tap for tomorrow. On tap for tomorrow, I'm doing a mini Sass, and it's coming from Fuller Embroidery Works, right? He made for me an embroidered freestanding lace charm, right? It's this cross. You could add beading to it. This is a car charm. This idea came from Beverly. Jeff and I made it happen for her. And here you go. This is on elastic, the whole thing. This is a freestanding lace embroidered cross that you can sublimate on. You can add here, don't drive faster than your angel can fly, in this, and so much more. We have lots of shapes that we're going to be launching tomorrow. They not only are great for people who do embroidery, but I'm going to be selling the blanks as well. So make sure you guys join me sometime tomorrow evening for that mini Sass. Until then, you guys know where to find me. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you on the flip side.